This was one of the hardest tricks I've ever done on BMX. There's so many different rotations. I'm R Willy, and my world's first is a silly Willy on BMX.
Get him, Willy. Front flip, double 360. Oh!
So the silly Willy, aka 360 double front flip on BMX, came about because I landed it on scooter about 3 years before, and then I just thought, like, I was bringing so many scooter tricks to the BMX world, so why not bring another one? And I thought maybe the double front flip 360 would work. So I find that scooter and BMX is just really similar. However, the BMX carries more weight, but the wheelbase is actually longer, so sometimes it's more stable and easier to do these kinds of tricks. So this was one of the hardest tricks I've ever done on BMX. There's so many different rotations, and it all has to be done at the correct time to come in straight. So it actually ended up taking me about 50 tries.
Oh my goodness.
I remember I finally landed this trick when I was in Utah filming for my Ryan Williams Web Edit 3. And I remember I did it because I did a cash roll tail whip bar, which was the world first, and I'd been trying a silly Willy the whole tour. And I'm like, hey, this is a good day to do it. And I remember just dropping in, I think it was like last jump, and I managed to just pull it off. And then ever since then, I've been throwing it here and there in best trick comps, and it's been a blast. Yes! That's what happens when you keep trying and don't give up! Yes!
This should be bananas. Oh! Dan, you want to know what that was?
What is happening? You animal! So what's next for me? Basically, I just go to sleep at night, and people usually like think of sheep jumping a fence to like get to sleep, but I think of new world first to try. So anything can come out, but I think even tonight in tonight's show, I'm going to try new worlds first. So you never know. Whatever I'm going to pull out the bag and give a go, we'll see what's next.
That's probably one of the coolest moments I've ever had. Hi, I'm Bink. I'm 24 years old. My world's first is a lazy boy front flip that was done in 2018 Nitro World Games. A good friend of mine, Matthew McFerrin, a Nitro Circus rider, we were sitting down at lunch, rattling our brains, trying to come up with a new trick that I could pull off at 2018 Nitro World Games. And he came up with a lazy boy front flip. And I just looked at him and thought, how does that even work? It's opposite motions. But we went to the compound and we tried a heap of times, landed on my head a heap of times. But we ended up pulling it off, and then the hardest part was maintaining the trick and then flying overseas and go straight into the competition and try and huck it and land it. And for anyone that doesn't know what a lazy boy is where you lie down on the motorbike. For anyone that doesn't know what a front flip is, it's where you do a forward rotation in the air. So, adding the two together, and you literally are throwing the bike away from you as you leave the lift, and you lie down on the bike. And if you don't lie down on the bike, you're going to do 1.5 front flips and land on your face. So it's really important that you lay down on the bike to slow down the rotation and lie there for as long as you can, pausing the rotation. And then when you think it's the right time to get back on, you reach around, try to find the handlebars, and get back on and ride away.
This let's take him to the front flip land. Oh no, oh no! Has he got enough rotation? No. See, that was scary, but he gets up from it.
I put a lot of pressure on myself going into World Games, and I really wanted to land the trick and pull off the world's first. My first 2 runs, I attempted the trick, and I held the lazy boy for too long, and I just didn't really know where I was in the front flip, and I was scared, and it was a mix of everything. But yeah, unfortunately, I under-rotated, and then I got really angry and mad at myself, and I grabbed my bike and went back around and gave it a third attempt when I wasn't allowed to.
Of course he went a third time. You can't tell him not to go again. The rebel run.
Hey, that's one of those things where he knows it's not going to count, but you just have to shake that off your back.
I landed and I was actually just so mad. I had all this hate and all this anger when I was riding away because I just knew that I was like, I just landed this trick. I could have done it. I could have won Nitro World Games 2018. And I was just so mad at myself. And then I dropped my bike. I turned around and Travis was just sprinting up to me, gave me this big hug. Moments like that is just all I wanted to do as a kid, and at that moment I was just like, who cares about anything? Got Travis just stoked right now, and that's probably one of the coolest moments I've ever had of like being on my dirt bike.
Every time people see it, they get a bit tripped out by it, but it actually works a bit better than you'd think. Hey guys, I'm Chris Haffey, and I'm a professional rollerblader. So the Boots Bike World First, I just wanted to be cool like all my friends and jump on someone else's contraption, in this case a bike, and do a 360 on it. I had my shoes on at the time, and I bailed off halfway through the jump because it just felt completely foreign to me to have a bike with me in the air. And someone said, hey, you know, if you were wearing skates when you did that, you would have probably rolled away from it. And that's how the Boots to Blades trick was born. Every time people see it, they get a bit tripped out by it, but it actually works a bit better than you'd think. So the pedals kind of have a bar right down the center, and either one of my middle wheels kind of locks in on either side of it. So when I'm standing on it, it basically feels just as stable as if I was standing on it with shoes. When I first did it with skates on, I didn't practice it. I just tried it in the show to see what would happen. I figured if I was gonna crash, it'd be better if it happened in front of a bunch of people. And actually, the first time I landed it was in Melbourne, Australia.
Again, it's all yours. Here he comes!
Built-in training wheels for Happy! Oh my God!
It was a bit of mixed emotions. It was kind of, I mean, it's a ridiculous trick, so it wasn't like the way I'd feel if I was celebrating doing like a trick I'd spent months and years working on and finally landed. So it was it was almost hilarious more than anything. I was laughing to myself.
Chris Haffey, he's usually a rollerblader, but he's on a BMX bike. He rides the bike down with his boots, and then he bails on it. He does a really good job at throwing it towards the front row. The whole arena just screams because they're like, well, this guy has a bike, there's no way he's gonna roll away from it. And then last second, it's like, go gadget, rollerblades, and just shh.
I think, like I said, it's one of those things that's so ridiculous that it was kind of the same thing across the board, and it doesn't make sense to anyone else because they don't rollerblade. So I kind of have that. It's just kind of like an ace up the sleeve of something that doesn't make sense to other people, so they think it's hard, and it's actually pretty easy for me.
Skeeter, what's he doing? Happy, what are you doing? Yeah! Oh, nice! For Juie, look at this. Throws the bike, catch it, kick it like it owes you money.
What's up guys, I'm Juie, and my world's first is nothing front bike flip to tail whip.
Oh, Juie! He's the world's first guy too. Forward bike flip catch. Oh, what?
Originally, the nothing front bike flip come from R Willy, and then it come to me, that'd be a dream trick, I've always wanted to try it. He's the only one in the world to do it until I come along and did it. Yeah! Thought about adding a variation to it, wasn't quite sure what I could add to it. I knew that I would have a pretty good chance at it because I do a lot of tail whips with my riding.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Oh!
Growing up in BMX and definitely being here with a part of Nitro Circus for a long time now, I don't know if I watch stuff back and I see that I do. I don't know how. I do the exact same thing and I go the exact same speed, and I'm not sure how I go higher, but I do.
Let's get loud for Juie!
Oh! forward bike flip. He's
Honestly, there's no better feeling from wanting to do that trick for so long. It'd been a dream of mine to land it, and kicking off the 2019 Australian Nitro Circus tour and landing it in front of 25,000 Melbourne fans. It was honestly the best feeling in the world.
Can Juie take it on? He's going. He needs 31 to take it. Juie.
Let's see what he's got. Forward bike flip, tail whip. Oh! For the first time ever.
Juie does a fronty nothing bike flip to downside whip. First time ever. Oh my gosh!
Congratulations, brother. And he, in practice, rides it more than anyone else, and he toys with it at this point. I mean, he's taking that trick, making it his own, and now exemplifying it to just ways that no one thought possible. Even R Willy's impressed, and R Willy definitely invented it, and everyone's more than giving him props for it, but there's something to be said about taking someone's trick and then opening it up. There's no stopping. There's no limit to that guy and what he can do with that trick. I have a feeling we're gonna see some magic. Forward bike flip, tail whip, hold, yes, Juie!
No one with BMX really messed with it, so I figured that someone had to step up and start doing the moto tricks on the BMX. Hey, what's up? Kurtis Downs, 26 years old. My world's first would be a dead body backflip on a BMX. So the dead body backflip is when you put both of your feet all the way through your crossbars and extend your body as if you're trying to be flat out in front of the bars, and then get your feet all the way back through, grab the pedals, and hopefully you're coming in straight. I came up with this trick just every single show. You would watch or look over on the moto side and see the moto dudes just doing these massive extension tricks through the bars, and no one with BMX really messed with it, so I figured that someone had to step up and start doing the moto tricks on the BMX. To be honest, I learned this trick kind of on the fly. I decided that I would sit down on the ground and keep putting my feet through the bars a couple times, and then it just came show day, and it was an awesome day, feeling good on the bike, and moto dudes were out there sending them, so I figured there was no better day than that day.
Ready to send it! Kurtis Downs didn't get a hold of it last time, but what's he got? Backflip, dead body! What was that? That was insane. I've never seen him throw that trick. It is a dead body backflip. I've never seen him throw that trick on the judges.
Kurtis Downs right here. The first perfect score on Nitro Circus Next Level Tour. Kurtis Downs. Moto trick. Yeah, their bikes are awesome.
Kurtis, it's cool to just watch him ride the BMX. He's kind of unique. In that he has been trying to do a lot of the moto tricks on his BMX, especially the dead body flip. Like, the dead body flip works on a dirt bike because you've got the weight and you can pull yourself back to it. With the BMX, it's so light, I honestly don't know how he does it, but it's spectacular to watch.
It's just that much more rewarding when it makes you have to fight for it. It means that it's doing something that's challenging you and making you work. So when you're able to come through at the end of the day and pull off a trick like that you honestly put all your hard work and effort into, it's the most rewarding feeling ever.
I'm literally strapped to the bike, so if anything happens, I'm along for the ride, and that's definitely scary. So my name's Bruce Cook, and my world's first is a backflip one-hander.
Up, one-hander! Oh,
Yeah, so it was a couple years of just doing straight backflips in the show, and you know, as with any of the guys, you always want to progress and push yourself. So the same thing for me is just doing the same thing over and over, and wanted to step it up and just kind of push myself and you know, just progress in whatever we're doing. It's unique with my bike, and it's so scary because I'm strapped to the bike in 3 spots. So obviously with a normal backflip on a normal bike, you can eject, you know, when the bike's above you, and sometimes that's your worst case scenario, but you want to get away from the bike so it doesn't land on you. And with myself, I'm literally strapped to the bike, so if anything happens, I'm along for the ride, and it has happened. So it's, yeah, that's definitely scary. And leading up to the jump, it's just kind of just hitting your marks, because with me, it's so much to do with throttle control and pulling at the exact right time. With most guys, if you mess up your pull or the throttle a little bit, you can speed up or slow down your rotation using mostly your legs and the back brake and whatnot, and your body position. For me, once I've left the ramp, that's pretty much it. There's very small adjustments I can do in the air, so it's just, that's the scariest part for me, is, you know, that final run up towards the ramp, and then 5 feet before is where I have to give a little more throttle and then just hit that exact mark going off the ramp. Yeah, Toronto, it's about an hour down the road from Hamilton, which is where my accident happened, the double front flip crash. So my first show back was in Toronto, which that was obviously amazing, definitely a highlight of my life. So yeah, for me to do another world's first there was amazing and the perfect place.
Up, one-hander! Did you see it? He stopped it! Perfection! No one can tell you you can't! Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Bruce Cook!
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. The reaction is always amazing, and I think that's why, a big reason why we do it is the feedback you get from peers and the crowd and kind of everyone. And yeah, not telling everyone, it was funny seeing everyone's reaction, and because it's such a quick thing, it happens so fast. So, you know, there's definitely, I was wondering if they would even notice, but yeah, everyone definitely noticed, and that insane feedback where everyone's going wild is definitely a big reason we do it. My advice to any other adaptive athletes would be just, I mean, a big one, just keep your chin up. There's a lot of stuff that's a struggle to do, but usually you can find a way to do it if you want it bad enough. So yeah, it's just finding a way, and it's the old saying, you know, when there's a will, there's a way, and that's 100% true. If you've got a goal like that in mind, like for me, getting back on the bike helped so much with getting through my recovery, especially the people that are in the early stages of recovering from accident. Having a good group of people around you, finding the right people with a positive mindset, and just having that drive to just keep going and not give up.
That trick, me and that trick have some history. What's up, I'm Ryan Williams, and my world first is a front flip rock solid on BMX.
Yo, he's pumped, R Willy!
So a front flip rock solid is a combination of a front flip and a rock solid being where you go back to your seat, double grab with both hands on the seat, let go, grab back on the seat, and then get back to your handlebars. So I dreamt up this trick at Jed's house into the foam pit. I really wanted a new style of trick to do on a front flip, and I wanted it to be moto style, and I thought, hey, why not do a rock solid? So it ended up working into the foam pit. I showed Harry Bink. Harry Bink took it to the World Games and won himself first place there. And I'm like, all right, now it's time to get it done on BMX. But it's a little bit different on BMX because the bike's so light that as soon as I let it go, it flies away from me. So I had to really rush the trick. It really hurt me so many times. I'm gonna try the world first rock solid front flip on BMX. Wish me luck. The first time I ever landed the front flip rock solid was after a lot of attempts on the Australia Tour in 2018. I remember I tried it for like 4 best trick comps, and finally I managed to stomp it, and I actually got a decent extension.
For Ryan Williams! Here we go, he's pumped. R Willy dropping in. R Willy, what do you got? Front flip rock solid!
Landing the trick was so amazing. Like, I hit the bag and I just remember being like, oh, I finally landed this trick that no one's ever done before. Everyone ran in, we all celebrated. It was such a relief because that trick, me and that trick have some history.
Made it happen for you, I told you! Believe in yourself, you can do it!
I'm Ryan Williams, and that was my world's first front flip rock solid on BMX.